Yeah. Hidden Liberty, they were making a couple mistakes to start there, but eventually, the Vengeful Spirit got to level 6, sat behind the heroes, and just started making plays happen around the map to keep the people alive. But in this game, this draft is coming out pretty quick here, Bkop. And we're
Yeah.
seeing Rana picked up first, which is a little bit weird. But I like it. I like it. I don't really think it's a first pick potential, but Infinity Esports would disagree with me. They take the Ember Spirit second, which I love seeing. Ember Spirit just going to give us a little bit faster paced gameplay. Good rotations coming out from him, probably. Same goes with the Tiny if it ends up being played in the mid lane. Enchantress is a bit slower, though, but should secure farm for whoever they decide to put into the safe lane. And they actually banned out all these super hard carries on Infamous. So it looks like they might be trying to play. I think you're either playing in the into the late game themselves, or just try to outscale the enemy team. We'll see. Infinity Esports as well, banning out that Morphling. So some hard carries banned out on both teams here. See what Infinity decides to go with into this next part of the drafting phase. Has slowed down a little bit, though. He didn't just insta-pick or insta-ban this next one.
Oh. Snapfire.
Okay.
Could it please be the mid Snapfire again? I just want to see it happen once more. Nature's Prophet getting picked up for Infamous Tiny Enchantress. So Team Nature kind of coming out for Infamous Gaming. And now the Axe. This is a very quick draft. Like, they knew what they wanted no matter the cost. Or no matter the bans.
But yeah, I like the Snapfire pick here. The Axe going with it is all right. Again, you have a lot of rundown potential, coupling the Axe, the Berserker Call with the Snapfire, or Snapfire cooking the Berserker Call, and of course, made even better by throwing Battle Hungry at people. So there's a lot of kill potential if these two run a lane together. My God, Snapfire is just in front of the camera. I can barely see Axe behind Mortimer there.
Mortimer is so much bigger than Axe. Mortimer's huge. I don't know if I don't know how Granny Snapfire does it.
Yeah, it's all those cookies makes him big and strong. And maybe if Snapfire feeds enough cookies to the Axe, that this game he can grow up big and strong as Mortimer. On the other side, Gyrocopter's picked up here, and that's it's going to be all right against the Axe. They'll make it so you can't just run straight onto the Gyro in this laning phase. Again, you try to run in with the Battle Hungry, the Creative Wave's not around him, he'll just Rocket Barrage you down, so it discourages them a little bit. And, I'm liking that one. Nature's Prophet and Tiny can, of course, both be run in different locations. I'm thinking they probably want to put it... God, right now they probably want to put it in the mid lane. Don't have that much to worry about from the Ember Spirit, which will give Ember Spirit a couple of options. When you're playing against somebody who... Actually, no, probably in the offlane than Nature's Prophet. You're playing against somebody who doesn't have that many magic spells. You do have the option with Ember Spirit to max out that Flame Guard, and you're able to zone them from the lane whenever it's up. Generally, you want to play it against a melee hero, though, and of course, it's a lot better for farming the jungle. So quickly show out the lane with that Flame Guard, move the jungle camps, farm those, keep engaging with the enemy to absolute minimum. It's not as good for kills, obviously. You don't have that same burst damage and catch that you would with like maxing out Sleight of Fist first. You can harass enemies out of lane with that one, but get a couple of options here.
Is this the game where we see a Templar Assassin?
10 seconds remain.
It could be. I mean, you've been talking about it enough. Again, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Well, I wasn't right yesterday. There was no TAs yesterday.
It was 0 times being right yesterday, which is unfortunate.
My hands have fallen off if I'm that clock. I am not getting the time right at all. Although here, Infamous Gaming could go 4 Tiny with like a 3 Nature's Prophet and different mid. Or even a 2 Nature's Prophet, I don't know. Who cares? Do whatever works. Where you seem to be putting Wisps in the safe lane and trying to make that work. And then we had a Snapfire mid the other day. So do what works. Or do anything.
Anything can work. I mean, maybe we'll see Snapfire mid again. It could be coupled the Axe. You just gobble them up and you get that early egg, spit them out on people. He calls them and dunks them afterwards. Be a beautiful thing to see. They're using the last of the reserve time for this one, so they pick very fast up until the very end. Yeah, you can't put this tidy or the Nature's Prophet into the off lane. So I'd go with the Mars. I really like that here.
Yeah, Mars, Gyro, Nature's Prophet, Tiny, Enchantress. Mars probably getting like a Blink Dagger, Blink Initiation with the Blink Arena. Get the call down inside the arena. Definitely could work.
Yeah. Also, again, anything that can kind of hold the enemies underneath everything the Gyrocopter has, or of course allow Tiny to gap that distance if he's playing as a support. Tiny doesn't have a Blink Dagger or anything that can allow the allies to catch up to him. Is wonderful. Of course, we do see Michael position 4 on that Tiny, so it'll pair nicely with the Mars. He'll be able to get some kills inside the Arena of Blood, and Pepita, position 3 player on the Mars. Enchantress Excel 5, KXY, Faker mid, and Pox is 1 on the Gyrocopter. The Magnus picked up last here is all right. I'm not huge on it. I mean, I get it. It makes sense helping out the axe, but it feels like you're just having Magnus for the sake of having Magnus here. Got the huge wombo combos in the side of Infinity, but I think Infamous just plays this game fast and keeps running at you and takes your towers here. But, we'll see. What are your thoughts? Whose draft do you prefer here?
I kind of like Infamous. I like Pacus on this Gyro. I think he's been playing very well this tournament. I know there was some talks in chat about how he has just been playing almost better than people were saying better than Hector, and I think he's what 16, if I read chat correctly.
So who's 16?
Pacus.
Really?
That's what somebody said. But then I think maybe they said there was misinformation or something like that.
Hold this one up real quick.
It's not on his Wikipedia. I just checked. Otherwise, I would have given you the confirmation.
There's a couple really good young players out of South America. Actually, is pretty accomplished down there already. It's been odd. We haven't had any young players coming to the scene. Well, like especially young players coming to the scene for a little while. I think that's one half because Dota is such a complicated game. It takes so long to learn it all, enough of it to be able to be as good as people have been playing for years and years. And I guess also we only really invite people who we're familiar with onto these major teams. Kind of sucks. Might want to give some younger players a shot.
Gotta go hashtag Team Youth.
Little column A, little column B.
30 seconds now.
There's a lot to learn about Dota. There's a lot of temperament you need as well to not just run in and go and die and lose the game for your entire team. But, might see engagement here at bottom. Good version up on everybody.
The match of matches.
Playing Pox is actually opts not to try and engage Raykill here. Get that boundary, which is odd. Normally you play Bkop, you're more than happy to run at the rune, spam people out with Rocket Barrage and get that first blood, or at least force out some of the enemy team's regen, but opt not to do that here. So 2 for 2 bounty rune trade.
Yeah, usually much more willing to run, like you said, run at someone, and I think they have the opportunity here with the cell on the Enchantress. Obviously, level 1, you've got the enchant, so you have that movement slow, 55%. Pacas, we'll see if he commits to the Rocket Barrage level 1. Okay, I'll go homing missile. So, enchant used on 2 Benjaz, or Benyas, or Benjaz. I always thought it was Benyas. I always thought J was not. I don't know.
Pronounced differently? Yeah. I don't know. I'm probably the worst person to speak to about the Spanish language. I don't even speak English very well. to be completely honest with you.
So and I only think that because of someone like Hoist Gracie, where it's spelt with an R, but R is H in that way.
Spoil that shot.
So Great Kill's actually opting to just secure range creeps with that Sacred Air rather than trying to hit the enemies with it. I was going to say, a lot of Marauders, what they try to do is they'll line up their arrows in such a way where they try to hit the enemy hero, and if it misses, it'll hit range creep or a neutral kill, so they get something out of it. They don't get the harass onto the enemy. It's like,
Ooh, arrow.
Wait up.
A cell. Raykill actually might be in trouble after they get this kill, but gets the level 2 off of it and leaps away.
leap in, leap back, and he's going to be just fine. His health is pretty low, though, but does have a couple of tangos with him, so pops these. And farms up the neutral camp with another arrow. Mid lane, we see a little bit of action. Faker dropping a bit low here. But it's going to be hard to
KXY
get a
Faker.
kill.
T1 Faker left League for this after not making Worlds, losing to Gen G. Can't believe it.
I don't know what any of that means.
Means nothing. KXY comes back. He's got that teleportation, obviously. He'll TP back to base, fill up, go back, and see if he can get something done against Mr. Jeans. Mars, meanwhile, over bottom. He's getting low. Scatterblast used by Prada. He'll end up dead. Tried to go for this kill on Pepita, but didn't have quite enough damage.
Yeah, I was cutting it very close on Michael there. Must have ran the numbers in his head real quick. Figured he wouldn't be able to take that Pepita down. And surviving, but Mandy might not survive. His HP's dropping very low.
He's okay. Both God's Rebuke and the Spear on cooldown. When that happened, he landed that spear and just didn't have the damage and didn't want to commit to it with Pepita being so low. Meanwhile, Mandy, when was the last time we saw a safe lane Ember?
It's been a little while, but again, it makes sense. Ember has been way better to play in that safe lane carry role when he's coupled with something. And Snapfire Cookie miss, and I think that's going to end up costing him the kill on Pepita here. Just walked a little bit too far forward. Remember about this skill is launches you 450 distance away. It only has 300 impact radius, so very easy for you to hop right over the target while you're trying to get those auto attacks in, and attack animation cancel as you move forward on heroes.
Level 2 in the Rocket Barrage is Cell. Enchant on cooldown, but he does have the Centaur, and now the homing missile coming in. Call onto this Enchantress, and will sacrifice the Centaur.
Enchantress backs up in the meantime. Man is sitting a little bit low. Same with HP since the Salvant already.
All those trees, and he actually ends up missing on Pepita, but the Fire Snap Cookie has the toss, stays with him. One more shot will get the kill. Scatterblast won't matter from Prada. Kill there for Pepita. Good kill onto the one position Ember.
Yeah, hate to see it. I mean, this is one of the better heroes that's sitting in the safe lane. You'd think that you'd have a bunch of kill potential when you couple this with the Snapfire, but for them to be losing the lane like this isn't great. I mean, yes, the Tiny and Mars have a bunch of kill potential in their own right, but they didn't play too aggressive forward. If they didn't waste or miss some of these Snapfire cookies, they'd be in a better place. Pepita does finally go down.
And the arrow, Starstorm. As drops, they will take Pepita's life too, so a couple of kills there from Infinity that are massive for these lanes. You know, Gyro is 25 and 6. You got the kill on Mandy, and then end up getting return bottom onto Pepita. So things all right for Infinity there. Toss back onto Mandy, Searing Chains as well as a Sleight of Fist. Scatterblast hits onto Michael. Pepita comes over and, well, he'll TP in. Nobody close. Mandy and Prada both retreating.
Just don't have the ability to Snapfire Cookie under that tower. Put you a little bit too far forward, unfortunately, and of course that disjointing your positioning as well as the Gods of Buke and Spear of Mars. I would just put you too far out of position. Top lane though, dives
nature. Doing a lot of damage on a Ray kill as well as Benjaz.
It is crazy to see CS charts and net worth right now. Again, Nature's Prophet is actually ahead of this Magnus, despite Magnus having 20 more CS. Those Nature's Call Trance just aren't worth any gold. Top lane.
Ember. He gets low. Fire Snap cooking on both Pepita and Michael. They're looking for Mandy. God's Rebuke. Just don't have the damage. I think they're expecting KXY to go in. Gets the Sprout onto Mandy, but Mandy's got that Quelling Blade, so he's able to step out. Oh.
It's so close. But Michael's not done yet. Michael wants more. He wants to go for this guy. I think he's going to be able to cut him off. He does have more movement speed than him. The Avalanche is about to come out.
Nah, he doesn't even need it. He's just got the toss. Not a Sunstrike, not a Zeus Thunder God's Wrath, but just Michael walking in with the toss. Up and down you go.
A little bit getting the advantage back in their way for Infamous, shutting down that safe lane carry. Andy doing all he can to shove this lane. The Nature's Prophet leaving. It's ended with 1,000 and 1,800 health. Sees the Nature's Prophet. He could just go for this. This guy's health is pretty low.
Fire Snap Cookie lands onto Pepita. Searing Chains, Avalanche in, Spear is out. Now they've got the toss. Prado low. Michael, though, he's got nothing left to throw. Arrow comes in, Ray kill. Double leap forward. God's Rebuke hits on a Pepita. They back over, looking towards Michael is Tiny. He has the mana for a toss, has the mana for a TP, and is successfully out.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
He manages to get out of that one, but Nature's over in the mid lane, things aren't so great. Nature's Prophet just going down to the Magnus and him shoving that tower in. But I feel like that Mr. G isn't focused enough on actually taking this tower while he had the time of Nature's Prophet being down. Wasn't whacking away at it. KXY walks away from the lane again briefly. He's not. Here we go. Tower's dropping lower and lower. Take it. Get control over the map. Or have an ally come in, just give you assistance. Force KXY a little bit further away from it. Mid lane Excel could be about to go down, but the Shockwave causes the arrow to miss.
Doesn't matter. They've got more than enough damage. Level 9 on this Magnus. I'm not really sure what the Enchantress is trying to accomplish going up on the high ground there. It's not a good spot to be in.
Finally starting to take off ahead of this Nature's Prophet. Now he's able to move the jungle. Has a couple
Wrath
of
of
points.
Nature again. Arena on a Mandy. A Spear in 10 seconds. Fire Snap Cookie away. KXY hit with the Scatter Blast. They've gotten themselves the Sprout. Packus dies up top. Mandy goes down. Now they look over at this Snapfire. They just don't have the catch onto him. One of those things that I wish I did have is like split screen. So I can show both lanes.
Radiant should look to their bottom tower.
A real shame. Don't have access to that Iron Talon for both teams here. Top lane under harass as well. So the entire enemy team is rotated to bottom. KXI probably drop some treants here and start the push.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's not what Mandy wants though. Mandy he died once pretty close to level 5 and pretty close to level 6 and he's almost level 6 again. This creep goes down. He's got it now. But he's stunned up.
Matter. They'll try to Remnant away. They're just going to stick with it. Now another Remnant. I say it's not going to matter. He does get the opportunity to go out. And now Cell ends up dead. They look at KX. How does this go their way? How does Mandy survive? They get all 3 heroes. And Michael's just like, I guess I'll show up too. Avalanche comes in with the homing missile. They do get the kill finally on a Mandy. But if they don't get Michael and Packus out, this isn't really worth it. RP, Mortimer's Kisses coming down on a Packus. He's going to get skewered back into death. So they do get the kill on the Gyrocopter. That just does not feel like there's any value behind that.
No, but you got to be real happy right now if you're on Infinity. I mean, you got so much out of that. You're so convinced that if you can get on that Ember and shut him down one more time before he hits level 6, but he was so close to being
Culling Blade on a KXY with a sliver of health.
Precision right there.
That was just luck. as he gets the counter helix a couple of times, and that allows him to get the Nature's Prophet low enough to get the kill. Avalanche thrown, but the Fire Snap Cookie's on point. Scatter Blast from Prada. Remnant forward. Michael in trouble. There's another Remnant and a right click from Mandy to finish him off.
Axe does have his Blink Dagger finished, but he chooses not to reveal it onto the enemy, so they're probably going to ping that one out. He's going to get an initial kill with it. If you could jump on KXY with that Blink Dagger reveal, it would be great, but either way, they have to secure this mid tower. They're not going to run into this Axe, which just finishes Blink Dagger. Mr. Jeans cleans up the last hit on it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane.
Oh.
Radiant's bottom tower.
About to see a skirmish over here. Axe actually backs up. It's odd for him to build his Blink Dagger to start to avoid the enemies instead of actively looking for fights.
He goes back to farm for a little bit, but it looks like they're going to engage. Spear comes through, hits on a Mandy, blink. Oh, look for the call. Doesn't get it. Oh, Benjaz. Finally, Pepita does die. But his shots coming through onto this Axe. Axe in trouble. Call down used. They'll get themselves the return. Offlaner for an offlaner so far. Mandy sticking nearby. Maybe thinking about going on a Packus. He's only level 7. There's a 2-level lead here for Mandy overall. As I say that, he does hit level 8.
I mean, you're happy to take that trade if you're the Mars. That Axe did have a killing spree with 100 more gold, so... Infamous, I think, happy about that one, though. They probably want to get more control over the map, start to take some of these towers on the side of Radiant. They haven't made any moves in that regard yet. KXY mostly just sitting inside his own jungle. He's actually opted to go power treads rather than rushing that Orchid right away. Sitting another 100 gold away from it. I think he'll start to make some moves once he grabs it, but this 13, 14 minute Orchid compared to like the 10, 11 minutes that we've seen throughout the day isn't great.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
Might not even be able to burst down this Ember with it. He's definitely going to be the one that he wants to look for. In fact, they have a ward up. They can see where the Ember is right now with the Nature's Prophet. Might opt to jump up over there once his Orchid arrives. He's clearing this Ancient. He's sitting very low, actually. Actually, he's got Wrath of Nature in 2 seconds. He could just kill him with this.
Ooh.
All right, never mind. He manages to TP back to base first.
And the ward expired. Blink call coming in onto the Tiny. It expired just as he was TPing away. They've got the leap forward from Raid Kill. They're trying to get this kill on a Michael with 4 heroes. He's surely dead on his screen already. And Mr. Jean's the one who gets credit for that.
Dire's top tower is no more.
Go move from top lane elsewhere, but the tier 1 tower taken both mid and top, it opens things up for them. Call into Gyro.
Radiant's bottom tower is in
That's the Rocket Barrage. Call them coming in. Mortimer's Kisses, though, are here. And Packus is dead again. Infinity have not let off the gas.
Now we're seeing a repeat of what we saw earlier today from the Gyrocopter, didn't we? Just constantly running him, shut him down. And Envy had a horrible time. Oh no!
With that kill on a Michael. They're gonna look for more. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains lands onto the Mars. Benjaz has Blink in aim, and the arena actually just doesn't land on anybody. Great job by Infinity once again. They see a cell with this courier. Actually kill Cell's courier too. Will enchant this Satyr Tormentor and now get the shockwave out on a Benjaz to stop the blink call. But everybody's here anyway, and they'll finish him off regardless.
Taking more and more all over the map. 6k net worth up, and this is just skyrocketed for them in the last couple of minutes here. The bottom tower was taken by Dire to Radiant.
Dead again.
Where'd he go?
Was used for that avalanche toss. Now the spear onto this mag. Can they? Okay, they can get the kill. They've got the silence to finish him off. But now Mandy's coming in. Fire Snap Cookie gets him past Pepita. Scatterblast slows him down, and now Mandy, without a lot of mana, in some trouble. In the air, spear to the trees from the Sprout. They'll get the kill. The blink call's a little bit slow. Now they've got the Starstorm. KXY taking some damage. There's the Orchid. Scatterblast again. Pepita on the way back. Wrath of Nature coming through. Fire Snap Cookie lands onto this Mars. Now they'll cull him. Step for 30 seconds. Still a 5k lead for Infinity.
Yeah, but with all the waves pushed in right now, there's not much else they can do. Someone's going to want to farm out top on the side of Infinity. It was pretty unfortunate, though. Yeah, these Fire Snap cookies, these axe calls, they keep being a little bit off point. Tiny keeps on tossing out the avalanche onto him after the axe is blinked in. And he just kind of sits there trying to call. Like he's sitting there screaming, "Let me out, let me out." He's not able to get these good ones off. Gyro's
dead again. Or at least looking very dead. Mortimer's Kisses trying to line him up. Hits one, and can he get a second? Battle Hunger's on him, so he's dead regardless. Prada does get credit for that kill. Continuing to just invade the Dire side of the map, overwhelm them, and make sure that they can shut them down, especially with Gyro. You know, we saw it earlier in the day with Eternal Envy not really having a Gyro game, and here it is again. So Skewer, Arrow, on the Mars, Pepita dead once more, 22-8 for Infinity, and here they go for the tier 2 over mid.
Yeah, they do have the Fortifies, buy them a little bit of time, might clear out the creep wave here even, in fact, but at 17 minutes of the game, the neutral items are up, and they'll start looking for those. Megan is grabbing the Philosopher's Stone, and another shawl there for Nature's Prophet. Probably actually want to pass that nether shawl to the Gyrocopter, stop him getting blown up by this magical damage quite so fast, and he's a huge magical damage output himself. Oh, Mandy up here with the double damage rune. He just starts clicking down Michael here, and he does end up getting the chain. That was a 50-50 there, right?
Fire Snap Cookie lands onto his cell. They'll get another kill onto the Enchantress. Kill after kill. After kill after kill. I mean, they're averaging like a kill and a third per minute.
Yeah, it's it is insane. I'm not sure where it slows down or if it slows down. I mean, you're doing a decent job of keeping the lane shoved out thanks to the fact that you have this Nature's Prophet, but you're falling further and further behind. I feel like you do have the late game on the side of Infinity here, regardless of that. You're losing the early when you should be winning it here.
If you get to that point.
They need to shove this out. They've got the ward up on the high ground over in the Dire jungle. See if anybody enters that area. But Infamous has taken control back over the triangle. So they smoke Marana ult probably to walk into the zone where they know the enemies are sitting.
Mars walking right into this. Ward on the high ground looking for the call, but now they've got the Yules. Arena down. Pepita gonna avoid that arrow, but there's a Sleight of Fist as well as Searing Chains. Mars in trouble. Pepita with the God's Rebuke will push back the axe. They should have this kill regardless. They find a cell, double dunk. Benjaz now on a mega kill streak. Wrath of Nature comes through, but not really hurting anybody. All he really got was 5 damage from the Wrath of Nature as well. Packers?
Drax is here too far forward, my friend.
Super ambitious. Call down, homing missile, arrow. Flies in, won't hit the gyro, but gyro won't survive.
Prada taunting him by standing in front of him there. He did have the option of walking away, but he wanted to see his face as he died. Again, they're doing all they can to keep these lanes shoved out and play very far to the enemy side of the map, so they're not able to get these towers, but Gyro going down there. I mean, all your net was going on this Nature's Prophet. Is this the hero that's going to do the most with it? God, arrow. Except getting out of that one, too. Pinging frantically on the other side of the map. There's a hero over here. Get him!
They go over. They find the Tiny. They get the... Oh, the arrow! Oh, my God. Nice arrow from Ray Kill looking over at Pepita. Arrow up in 4. Spiral hits on Mandy, but won't lock him anywhere. Pepita dead again. This is a slaughter.
And die beside the Roche pit, so here they go. Infinity now grabbing a Roche, and my God, are they tearing down this fast. They do have minus armor in the form of the Desolator on the Ember Spear, and of course they're being amped several tiers here by this Empower. Excel. You gotta be careful, my friend. You better be careful with how close you get to Roche, in fact. You could just die to Cleave here. She snatches the Aegis, though!
Oh, gosh. The cell. What a play. Michael dies. A Cell walks away with the Aegis, by the way. So now it's time to make Enchantress the core, right? Go for a Desolator instead of anything else.
I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. I can't believe she got away with that. I mean, she walks in a second earlier. She dies to the cleave there, too. That was mighty close. Expecting that, one, they have no vision there outside the pit when they start that Roche, and two, just not dying to that cleave is wild. That's a lot of cleave. Nature's Prophet is now going to go down.
Ooh, no, Arrow misses. Now they've got the Silence out onto the Snapfire as well as the Yules onto this Marauder. Spear hits the Axe, probably not the one you want to hit, but the Fire Snap Cookie locks up the Mars. They've got the Root onto the Enchantress, who still has that Aegis. Looking for the Culling Blade. Benjaz, he might be able to find one, maybe more. KXY, Arrow coming in, and Raykill gets the kill regardless. The Cell, now he's stared at by the side of Infinity. They'll grab the kill into the Enchantress. There might come a point where they tap out down this much, but apparently it's not right here. It might be once they lose Packus, if they lose Packus. Benjaz, there's the call. Mortimer's Kisses, dead again. Ooh, Culling Blade actually a miss.
Tired old man.
Friends, let us skirmish.
Yeah. Now pushing the mid lane here. There's not much they can do to prevent this. Look at this Magnus. 168. He's got the double damage room, plus 345 damage. He's got his BKB now. He has RP ready to go. I mean, you'd slow him down by taking the Aegis, but it's inevitable at this point. 16k net worth up. 35 kills for their team at 22 minutes into this game. Look at his tower get chunked down.
Oh.
Preemptive rules.
Maybe even saves him from using an RP. He wanted to use his RP. Go for the kill on a Torpedo. Take him out. Go for Michael. Gyro's up again, and now they'll have RP for that.
Tower getting torn through right now. KXY Faker just not able to do anything. He has a Black King Bard. He has an Orchid, but he knows that he can't stand up for the enemy team for even a fraction of a second.
Bacchus is dead. 45 seconds, no buyback. Your mid-racks are going down. I wouldn't be surprised if they really just throned it. Blink call for the Enchantress in. Shockwave pulls him closer. Blink Skewer locks up a Cell, gets the kill. Prada now dominating. Prada quietly 4-1 in 26. Not quietly. He's loudly 4-1 in 26.
Loudly 4-1 in 26. He is the driving force behind this team. Some of these Snapfire Cookies a little bit off the mark, but otherwise doing some amazing work this game. I'm not even sure he's going to manage to get his Egg and Scepter. In fact, both these cards are gonna pass over Faker here. Get him.
Oh,
get the other one.
That was Prada's axe.
Is he going for it? He's not.
That's depressing.
Yeah, it is depressing. So no spitting axe to the enemy team, unfortunately. So far in their zone. This game feels so far gone. What do you do? Feels so hopeless. You do a 4-man smoke right now. I'm not sure you have the damage to accomplish anything. It's going to be a pretty big long shot here.
Avalanche, toss, spear, slight. Mandy's staying alive, but finally falls. Mr. Gene's trying to come into this arena. He knocks at the door, finally is allowed in. BKB's been popped by KXY. They've got the call down coming in from Packus, but Packus will drop. Peta's dead. They look at a Cell. They've got KXY and a Cell. And GG is finally called as Michael will be the finish of the team wipe there for Infinity. They run through Infamous.
Yeah, this game, according to Dota Plus, was basically over a couple minutes ago. My God. It's definitely what I would call a slaughter here. This Gyrocopter never ended up getting online, just constantly taken down by the super aggressive lanes here on Infinity. I mean, this is one of the things about that safe lane Ember. It's just able to come online faster than a lot of other core heroes. You don't need to spend that time in farm. Your abilities are really what get you into the game. And of course, Gyrocopter and Nature's Prophet weren't happy with that one. I mean, they just constantly got ran at and blown up. Nature's Prophet, he ran around the map, but he ran around avoiding enemies and like CSing inside the enemies' triangles. They never got to take those early towers that allows that core Nature's Prophet such strength and presence over the map. So Infinity, amazing job with that all that early game aggression, never giving Infamous room to breathe.
Yeah, so good job by Infinity Esports, 44-9 over Infamous. Good quick game. We'll be back with game 2 in just a moment. Hope you guys enjoy. Stay right there. We'll be right back.